Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to call this. I don't know if it's going to be a regular series or not. But I've had this chunk of wood sitting in my workshop for God knows how long. And I was hit with an interesting dilemma the other day at work. One of my coworkers, we drive forklifts at work, and he drives a Raymond stand-up dock lift. Now, if anyone out there is a forklift operator, they may or may not be familiar with Raymond dock lifts. They do not have a good spot to hold plastic stretch wrap. So, as this man is straddling his wrap between a cup holder, a gun holder, and sticking a cutting knife into the cup holder, this thing is still able to rock around, move around, and eventually yeet itself off of the forklift itself, which got me thinking. It's like, he's got a cup holder. It's roughly 3 inches in diameter. I could easily take a piece of wood, or in this case a glue up, turn that down to 3 inches roughly, and then taper the end to not to a sharp point, but to a solid point, and then sand it smooth, stick it there, and he just set his wrap right on top of it. So that's more or less what I'm going for with this. I have no idea if this will work. I have no idea if this glued up piece of wood will work. But I'm going to try it anyways. Worst case scenario, this flies off in about 1 million pieces, and I'm going to be making a trip to the hospital tonight. Best case scenario, it works. He no longer has to chase a plastic wrap down the dock, and everyone's happier. But whether it works or not, I am skeptical. Because this is a glued up pieces of plywood that I glued up God knows how many years ago. I want to say I was still living in my first house at the time, down here in Marshall. So it'll be about 2019, 2020. So it's been sitting around for 5 years. It's not delaminated itself or anything. So that's a good sign starting with. Do I want to faceplate this or take my luck with the burr? Ouch. See, with it being a glue up, I really don't want to put a lot of force into one of these splits. So, what did I do with my faceplate? Oh, there it is. It's still on the hackberry. But the reason I am unsure of whether this will become a regular thing or not, there's a few minor issues with stuff at work that I could easily make something for, but it's whether or not I want to take my valuable home time away from doing something else, and I'm gonna keep it for later. I don't know. And applying it to something for work. Normally, wouldn't have an issue with that, but I've started the new woodworking series. I don't want to take a lot of time away from it. Luckily, this week, with the miniature honey dipper, didn't take a whole lot of time. I actually finished it in like a night and a half. I'm going to have to replace these screws. They're getting wore out. I think this one's pretty much stripped. So, off of there. Oh, what did I do with those vice clamps? Why did I say vice clamps? I meant locking pliers. There we go. There goes that. Put you on here. There we go. Well, at least it's pretty balanced. That's always a plus. Get rid of you. Bring out Big Bertha here. Forward. Ooh, don't want to get too close. End up chipping, catching. Now, I was able to find a piece of board at work that gives me a rough idea, as long as I get it within more or less the length it is and don't shave off on the ends. Should be tall enough to where the film wrap will sit on there and not rock too badly. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Like I said, I have no idea if this will work or not. But enough chit chat, enough talking. No time like the present. Get my helmet on and get you guys some music to enjoy. That's roughly where I need it to be. Lots of play there for the wrap to slide onto. And hopefully that pretty much accomplishes what I think it should do. Not sure I'll be able to get any footage of it at work or not. But like I said, I'll take it into work tomorrow and see if it works. If it needs adjusting or not. The only real adjustment I think that I could do is just taper this a little bit more to make it easier for this to slide on and off of. But otherwise, it should work. I used to have an old thing of stretch wrap in here, but I have no idea what I did with it. I'll probably find it as soon as I shut the camera off. But like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on this one, and until next time, bye.